Hi, I'm Jacinta and today I'm going to be decorating some transition areas on my island. I'm so close to finishing this island, which is super exciting because this is my first island I've made. I'm very behind everyone else, but yeah, this is some of the last area I've got left to decorate, so yeah, it's kind of a whole lot of transition areas. Also, because I was filling in such large areas and I just wanted to, let myself go and play for hours, I decided not to do a face cam. I hope you don't mind. So this is the area that I'm going to be decorating today. I've got this walkway and then there's some space around the front of my museum as well. My idea for this walkway is I want to make it like a magical little forest with trees and mushrooms and gnomes, those fairy sort of vibes. That's what we're going for today. So to start off this build, I first started putting down the path on the ground because this area was so narrow. I really wanted to do that first so then I would know how much space I had either side for trees and other items. This area is so narrow, but I really couldn't have any extra room as it is the neighborhood on the left hand side. I would have liked to have bigger too, so yeah, we've just got a bit of a tight squeeze on this side of this island. But yeah, as usual, I'm using this beautiful flowery stony Fairycore path. I love this so much. It's just so perfect for winding through little areas, and once I had that down part of the way, I started putting in some trees so I could get an idea of how much room I had to work with. I used the 3 different trees for this area, the cherry blossom trees, the cedar trees, and then fruit trees with the fruit picked. I love using a mix of all 3. I think it just really, gives the area a lot more variety, and I think having the mix of all 3 makes it feel more foresty. I'm so pleased that I've nearly finished this island, and I feel like the timing is so perfect with the new update coming as well. Although I'm not going to restart this island. I do have a second Switch though, so I'll probably start a new island on that one, but I'm going to keep this island still going so I can, have access to those items straight away without doing the new island grind at the same time. And also I love the villagers on this island so much, so I really want to do stretches with them and get coffee with them. I'm so excited for all that. It's going to be so much fun with my little puppers. I did want to do a bit of a different path for this area leading up to the fairy circle. I was trying to use the in-game path rather than that custom design one for something different, but I don't know, I did try a few different things like the little single squares of custom designs and then even a winding kind of path, but I don't know, nothing looked right. It just felt a bit too structured, I think, so eventually rather than wasting more time, I just gave up and moved on to another area instead, which I think is a good way to do it. If you do get really stuck on an area, move on to something else, clear your head a bit and you might come up with some new ideas. So I headed down to the museum area to decorate that instead, but then I actually also got stuck here and thought I don't know how to decorate it. So I just tidied it up a bit, got rid of a few trees and stuff, and then put that same pathway down here because I knew I wanted that at least. So yeah, I got stuck and eventually decided to move back to the gnome forest because I at least had a clear idea of what I wanted for that area. After I had most of the trees and the path down, I moved on to decorating with some items. I love this mushroom parasol. It's so cute, and I love this red and white spotted color, and it's the first time I've used that color on my island, and it works so well in this little forest. And then I filled in the rest of the spaces with flowers, custom designs, and a few gnomes and butterflies and other items. Also, if you want to know the details of any of these custom designs I used in this video, I do have a Pinterest board with a lot of them saved on them. I tried to make a card like a lot of other YouTubers have, but it was too hard for me. I couldn't figure it out, so I'm just using Pinterest. There may be some missing. If there's one you like that you can't find, feel free to message me or leave a comment. Sometimes I get too excited and download them and then forget to save the details. I feel bad, but hopefully I've got the details for most of them. Then heading back to decorate the museum, I thought on this right hand side I would just do a mini picnic spot. Yes, I already have a lot of picnic spots on my island, but there's not really any on this end, so I thought I could get away with another one, and it's a mini one. I haven't really got any mini ones, so yeah, I thought this would be a good little gap filler. I'm so glad I thought to use one of these puppy toys in the spot too. I love this item, it's so cute, and for an island that's called Puppaland, I don't know, I almost don't have enough puppas. I know I've got 10 villages, but these little toys work so well for decorating as well. And then onto the left hand side of the museum, I decided I wanted to set up a little painting spot. I've seen these on a lot of islands and they're always so cute. So I put these white tiles down on the ground, and then this was the best painting I had in my storage. It was good enough. I would have preferred the one with the flowers on it, but I didn't have it. And then I used a stool and table that was customized to have a matching pink gingham design on them, and I thought that was so cute and it really tied the area together. I think my next project should be tidying up my beaches. They are such a mess, as you can see. I think I'm going to keep them pretty simple. I'm not really too fussed. On some sides of the island they're decorated, but I think down this side I'm just going to keep it real simple with like flowers and custom designs. I don't really want to fully decorate them. I really struggled with decorating the rest of this area around the museum. It just felt really flat to me, but I didn't really have enough room to put more cliffs or anything, and I didn't want to put too many trees. I don't know, I don't love how this like in between area has come out, but I really couldn't think what else to do. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment, but I don't know, I just kind of gave up in the end. It looks pretty, but it's just not perfect to me. And then going back to the path that leads to the fairy circle, as you can see, I still really had no clue what to do. The in-game path just looked too structured for like a secret fairy circle, so in the end I decided to just go with the usual stone custom design path, but just use the stepping stones. I really like how I've done the placement of this area. Like, I feel like it really works having the little forest and then leading to the fairy circle. I think it's perfect. I'm glad I did that, because obviously when you come up with build ideas, sometimes you just chuck them wherever and then it's hard to tie them all together, but I'm thankful that this little spot works together really well. By this point I had been playing for probably like 2.5 or 3 hours. I was just having so much fun and I had so many ideas, and because I wasn't filming with a face cam, I could just keep going and I didn't really worry about the time at all. So yeah, I decided to decorate this area that leads up to my campsite, as it was quite empty. I started off with terraforming because I really just wanted to fill in the area with some waterfalls and stuff, and I just really didn't want the area to be too flat. So I quickly whipped up these cliffs, and then I decided to jump over to the other cliff and extend the river to make some waterfalls and some little ponds. I thought these were so cute and they felt quite magical. I really liked this terraforming. decorating this little cliff, I wasn't too worried about which items I used because no one's going to be coming up here. It's just going to be a pretty little backdrop. So I used some flowers, shrubs, custom designs and trees. And then I put a couple of items up here like the teddy bear, the cinema roll table and the cute music player. I actually love how this little cliff came together. It ended up being so cute. Because I did the two little ponds, it created this like skinny walkway, which I actually really liked, and I decorated it with these custom designs that are like white planks with little flowers, which really makes it feel like a walkway. I love this, and I alternated it with some weeds. Yeah, I thought this looked pretty fairycore actually. Loved how this turned out. Then I just filled in the rest of this flat area with more custom designs, flowers, weeds, and a couple of items. I think this area just feels really whimsical, very fairycore. I really like it. Last space I had to fill in for this area is this walkway that connects the forest, the campsite, and the little mini village neighborhood. So I used the same path again, of course. It's all matching, it ties all the areas together, and it just winds very nicely throughout the walkway, you know, like the in-game path wouldn't really work because it's a bit too straight, and using the same path here as the other areas just ties everything together and makes it all match. And then I decorated with some items. I tried the statue but didn't really feel right, neither did the mushroom bunch. What's that item called? I can't even remember. But I thought the mush lamp worked. It's kind of cute and adds a little bit of light to the area. And then for the rest of the items, I just dropped a couple of mushrooms, put in some more trees, and then I used that mushroom item again that I cannot remember the name. And I really wanted to use this Sanrio item, which is I think called the Kiki Cloud Maker, which I don't know, it's so cute. I don't really like, obviously it just makes clouds. I was gonna say I don't really know the point of it, but it makes clouds. But yeah, I hadn't used this before. I don't know if it really works in like a forest, but I don't know. I thought it was cute and I used it there. There's still space to fill in by where the forest starts, but I don't know, I put this tree down and then I was like, no, you've been filming for 4 hours, this is enough, you need to end at some point. So yeah, that is the end of decorating this whole area. I know I have mentioned it a few times, but I have been working on this island for like a year and a half. I feel really slow compared to other people, and I always say, how do they finish things so quickly? But this day really made me realize, because I actually let myself sit down and play the game for like 4 hours, and because I had so many ideas, I just managed to fill in like such a large part of my island. This was so fun. I really enjoy playing for a long period of time. But yeah, that's the areas all decorated, so let's go check them out. So up first we have the little gnome like forest walkway, and that connects to my butterfly garden, which I have also filmed myself making that area, so go check it out if you would like. But yeah, this is the little gnome forest. I love this. Like I said earlier, I would be really happy if it was maybe like 1 or 2 spaces wider, but I think it still works, and that leads to the fairy circle, of course. And like I said as well, I feel like these areas tie together really perfectly. And then heading down the walkway to the museum, we've got the mini picnic spot on the right hand side. I think this is cute and it's a really easy little gap filler. It doesn't take too many items. So yeah, even though I have a lot of picnic spots on my island, I love this. A picnic spot is just one of my favorite ways to fill in a gap. And then heading to the left side of the museum, we have the little painting spot, which I also love. I think by the museum is a great spot to have this too because the art gallery is in the museum. But yeah, I think this turned out really cute, and again, it's very simple. It doesn't take too many items. And then the final spot is this area leading to the campsite. I really love how this area turned out. I think it's super pretty. I don't know, everything just works together so perfectly. And this little transition area and the campsite is probably one of my favorite areas on my island. I just think it's so magical. Well, that's the end for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I filled in quite a lot of my island in this video. I had so much fun. I hope it gave you some ideas and I hope you like how it turned out. I feel like transition areas are almost harder to do than like a main area because, I don't know, you want them to be very pretty and nice to walk through still, but they're not using a lot of items generally. So yeah, I think this actually turned out really well. As always, it was better than I expected. After this, I only have a villager yard to decorate, and then I think I'm finished with this island, which is so exciting. I can't wait to finish it and then do the final island tour, and then everyone can visit the dream address as well. So yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed and thanks for watching. Bye.